Okay, here's the thing. I think that we are beyond a flagship era with smartphones. I think we're in a post-flagship era. Let me explain that. I was watching Lou Later actually, and he was talking about how the Pixel 5 is not going to be a true flagship because of the processor and blah, blah, blah. Long story short, there's a cheaper processor. It's a Snapdragon 760, I think, but it comes with 5G capability built in. The more expensive one, the top-of-the-line flagship, does not, which makes it a lot more expensive and a lot more time-consuming to add the 5G capability onto it. So Google opted just to go with the other processor because it really doesn't make a lot of difference at this point anyway. But people are just blasting it and shredding it to pieces because it's not, quote, a flagship. Most of these people are using a Galaxy Fold or a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra that costs $1,400. And then they're comparing it and saying that, well, it's not a flagship. Well, they're not using a flagship either. They're spending $1,400, $2,000 on their smartphone and then calling one that costs $700 not flagship. I think it's more the opposite way, where I think it is a flagship smartphone. I don't think any normal person going into Verizon is going to notice any difference between that and an iPhone or anything like that. I don't think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be excellent for the price, based on what I know of the 4A, which I'm recording this on actually. I think that reviewers and people who want to spend, 6 months pay on a phone are in a post-smartphone era where they pretty much have a supercomputer in their pocket. But that's not every day. So be careful what you say, people with smartphones. Just because something doesn't have the top flagship processor doesn't necessarily mean it's not flagship. You wanted the cheaper price. People have been begging and just trashing Google for too expensive prices for not enough power, and they made a sacrifice. So enjoy it, use it first, then complain. That's my point.